So I just got in the mail today the Ego 580 CFM cordless blower. I've got the Ego weed eater or trimmer, hedger, and edger. So I was missing the blower. I used to have all gas powered. I used to have Echo brand lawn equipment. Loved all my Echo stuff, but I got tired of having to mess around with the carburetors. You know, after you have them so long, I'm kind of bad about not draining the gas out of them, you know, after I use them. So they'll sit around. I'll go to use it. The gas is jellified in the carburetor, so I'm taking the carburetors apart, cleaning them all out, putting them back together. And it's usually when I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm ready to just pick up my tool, start it up, get my yard done, and call it a day. So I got looking into these cordless tools. They finally got to a point with the lithium-ion batteries to where they're actually what I consider a usable, efficient tool now. So I've got, like I said, I've kind of sold off most of my Echo stuff. I still have a Echo chainsaw. You know, I don't know about a cordless chainsaw. For what I need, it'd probably be just fine. But I don't know. I kind of like I like my Echo chainsaw. So I'm going to unbox this, and we're going to take a look at it. We'll try it out, see how it's going to work. I think it's going to work pretty good. This is the most powerful Ego handheld blower that they got. Now they've got a backpack blower. They've actually got a commercial backpack blower also that I noticed the other day. But they also have a residential quality backpack blower. I didn't want the backpack blower because I just want to be able to pick it up, hit the button, and go. I don't have that big of a place. Doesn't take me very long to do all the yard work. And I thought, you know, to have to sit there and throw a backpack on, and then 5 minutes later I'm taking it back off because I'm done with it, it didn't make any sense. This was actually just a little bit more than what I could have got the backpack blower for, but I think this is going to work better than a backpack blower for me. So yeah, like I said, I've got other Ego brand tools. I have two batteries. Let me show you the battery. I have two other 2.5 amp batteries and two other chargers. So whenever you buy most of Ego's products, you don't have to buy the product with the battery and charger. So if you've already got a couple tools like I did, the first couple tools I bought, I made sure that I bought the version that had the battery and charger, because I wanted two batteries. Only actually really need one charger, but I've got an extra charger in case one ever goes bad. But you do want to have a couple batteries, so if you do run one down, then you've got another one to slap in real quick and keep on going. They make 2 amp, 2.5 amp, 5 amp, 7.5 amp. I think that's it. They might make a 4 amp, but I'm not sure. But so for me, the 2.5 amps been just fine. They last plenty long enough for me to weed eat my yard, to edge it, trim it, the whole thing. But we're going to get started on this. I ordered this from Acme Tools. They seem to have the best price that I could find on the internet. So I ordered it. Actually came yesterday, and I thought, well, I'll hold off till today to do the review. Doing this in one hand's kind of tough. But anyway, this is the specs. It's let's see, 168 mile an hour, I think is what it said on the internet. 580 CFM. it's actually faster, the mile per hour, and I don't know how important the mile per hour versus the CFM is. I have no idea. But, obviously you want something that's going to blow and, get stuff done. So, it's advertised as I'm pretty sure it's 168 miles an hour, 580 CFM blower. So, kind of surprised it doesn't actually say that on the box, but whatever. Okay, so we got the tube, main tube. And it's a pretty good sized tube. That's what I liked about it. And that's where your CFMs are going to come in. It's going to blow a lot of air because of the size of the tube. Some of these blowers, to get the velocity they need, they really cinch down on their tube size. And yeah, it gets the mile per hour up, but you don't hurt it. It's almost like using a air blower on an air hose. And I think this does come with a couple, yeah. So here's the one. It does taper down a little bit with this. If you need that extra little speed, you're going to clip this on it. And then if you need a little wider pattern, you've got and I think they even make a wider. I've seen a wider one separately. I don't know if it's this same exact one, and you just buy them separately if you needed another one, or if it's actually a wider. This is probably about, I don't know, 4.5 or 5 inches wide. But anyway, let's get this thing out of the bag. That's what it looks like. It feels nice. It says brushless, so it uses a brushless motor. Okay, and that's what I was also wondered. I don't know if you can see the little. There you go. That's so you can hang it on the wall, and that's what I was wanting to do because I've got all my other Ego stuff hanging up right there. I don't know if you can. And I was wanting to be able to hang this up there on the wall with the other stuff. So we'll see how that's going to work. But let's snap this together. I'm gonna set the camera down. I'll snap this together and put a battery in it, and we'll try it out. All right, got it all snapped together. Took literally about 15 seconds. All went together great. For those of you that don't know about the Ego brand, they've been around a few years now, and they've really, I don't know, out of all the research I did, it seemed like the Ego was the way to go. All their stuff used this same style battery. It's got a little indicator on it. Hit it. If it goes green, it's charged. If it's red, it's depleted. Slides onto the charger right here, snaps on. Got a charge indicator. And snaps onto the whatever the tool is the same way. Has a nice positive click. Okay, I guess that turns it on right there. Okay, I'm going to have to swap hands here so that I can hold this thing. So it's got a trigger. It's got a turbo button. Might have to tape that down because I mean, if I'm using this, I want turbo all the time. first impression is it's pretty powerful, especially the turbo. I wish I still had my Echo, forget the model number of my Echo blower, but I can tell that this is actually more powerful than my Echo blower was. My Echo blower is a gas-powered blower. I loved it. It worked great. But like I say, it's nice to be, I'll tell you what's nice about these battery-powered lawn tools. As long as your batteries are charged up, and whenever I'm done using them, I always put the batteries on the charger. That way they're charged. Well, whenever you're ready to trim or edge or hedge or use the blower, there's no making sure there's gas in it, hitting the primer bulb, pulling it till it starts and hope it starts and runs good. If the carburetor's dried out, because it's 3 or 4 or 5 years old now you're dealing with that. You're ready, your grass has grown up, you're needing to get it trimmed, your equipment's not starting. And I rebuild those carburetors all the time. It's not that big of a deal, but it's messy. You're not ready to do it at that particular time. Well, it's nice to just be able to pick up your tool and go. It starts up. When you're done, you hang it up, you grab your other tool, you just hit a trigger, and off you go. No pulling a rope to crank it, to get it to start up. No worrying about gas getting on you. Now you're smelling like gas. You're having to take a shower, because you're trying to get the gas smell off of you. So that's nice. It's nice to that's the main thing I love about my cordless lawn tools now, is when I'm ready to get the stuff done, I just hit the button and off it goes. I get it done, I hang it up, and I grab the next tool and I get it done and I hang it up, and there's no messing around with gas anymore, mixing it, pull starting it. It's nice. It's a lot nicer to deal with. But yeah, so far I'm loving this blower, and like I say, so it's got the trigger. Let me see if I can get a good shot. And it's bearable. But if you really need to kick it up, you hit the turbo button, and that's full speed. I would like to just have that. I might have to take it apart and actually rewire it to where this turbo button is always made, or figure out a way I can just keep that down, because I mean, well, I don't know, because then if you keep it down, you're not going to have your variable speed anymore. It doesn't look like. And believe it or not, there are times that you just need to have just a little bit blowing, and you don't want it kicked up all the way. Now, something else as far as what this dial's all about is, if you don't want to have to sit here and hold the trigger, if you're needing to just keep it on, you can still do that. And like I say, if you need the volume, but you don't need quite the speed, for instance, drying off your car. If you washed your car, you wanted to dry the car off, you want a big nozzle. You don't necessarily need fast speed. So you could take this off, and you could actually unclip the whole thing and just have the just a little stub here sticking out, blow, and you could dry your car off, I would think pretty quick. So that'd be pretty handy. But all in all, I think I'm going to like this blower. Nice compliment to my other Ego stuff. So yeah, if you're looking for cordless tools, lawn tools, look up the Ego brand stuff. They make lawnmowers. They make 2 different chainsaws. And so far, I've been very happy with my other Ego brand stuff. I'll do a follow-up on this, once I use it for the next couple months, and give you give you another update on how this is working. As far as balance with the battery in it, it's balanced really good. I think it's gonna work really good. Now, I think I paid, what did I pay? $161 shipped to my house. That's without battery and charger. That was bare tool. Since I already had battery and charger, didn't need another battery and charger. It would have been $299 shipped to my house if I wanted another battery and charger. All you really need is 2 batteries. There's no reason to have 4 or 5 batteries, because to be honest, these lithium-ion batteries, they will eventually go bad. And if you don't need that many batteries and you're just going to have them sitting around for years, whenever you do go to finally use them, you're going to find out that they're not going to work anymore. So you want to use the batteries that you have. So I've got 2 batteries, and I do use those alternately to make sure that they are being used. You don't want to just have an extra thrown in a drawer thinking that, well, whenever the batteries that I'm using go bad, I'll pull this one out, because these are going to last for a few years. When you do pull the one out of the drawer that's, say, 4, 5, 6 years old, you're going to find out it's completely dead and it's not going to charge back up. So these batteries are about $100, $120 or something. So yeah, you don't want to buy a battery that you're not going to use. So like I say, a couple batteries is all you really need. And same battery fits all their stuff. But anyway, this is the 580 CFM blower, which is it's their most powerful handheld. Actually, I think it's the most powerful. Even the backpack blower isn't a 580. No, the backpack blower is a 600 CFM, but it's only 145 mile an hour speed. This is a 580 CFM, 168 mile an hour. So, however important the speed versus the CFM is, I don't know. All I know is that this seems to blow more than my Echo gas-powered, and I wish I could remember the model number of it. And if I had it, we would do a side-by-side comparison, but I sold it last summer. And I've been needing a blower, and I finally decided, okay, I need to just get one ordered, because there's been so many times that I've needed to blow off my porch, blow off my driveway after I've edged, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, the EGO cordless lawn equipment. It also has a little hook right here. So, and I noticed it doesn't come with the strap, but you can buy a strap, that goes around yourself, and then you just hook it in right here, and that way it'll kind of hang off that strap if you've got to do a lot of blowing. And like I say, this is a 2.5 amp. They make all the way up to 7.5 amp. The size of the battery, I think, is the same. They've just packed more batteries inside this case. So all I've got is 2.5 amp. I would like to have a 5 amp, but I don't really need it, so I'm not going to buy one. Anyway, yeah, that's the EGO 580, 168 mile an hour blower. So far, I like it. Take care.